Hello my darlings, I'm Akasha Love and this is Cooking with Love, my brand new show I'm so excited to share with you. Today we have a very special recipe, homegrown, right here in Melbourne, Australia. It is the, drumroll, Dystopian Nightmare Cake! So exciting! It's a delicious, lovely, delightful, scrumptious, beautiful, healthy, filling cake that I'm sure once you learn this recipe you're going to make it for yourself at home every day for afternoon tea. Alright, let's start. I have my recipe book over here and I have all my ingredients. Let's come over and have a look. Here they are. Our first ingredient here is straight from the Fresh Flu Labs in Wuhan, China, Coagulation. A special fresh virus made just last year. So this is actually our only imported ingredient for this cake. Everything else is made right here in Melbourne by our wonderful producers and suppliers all over the state of Victoria. So exciting. So let's start. First we have a big bag of fear. Yes. We have some lovely fresh picked Coercion. We have some new season Control. We have fresh eggs from our chickens right here in Melbourne. Divide and conquer. And then we have a few other bits and pieces that we'll get to by and by, all in good time. All right, let's start. Our first ingredient here is this fresh flu virus straight out of the Fresh Flu Labs in Wuhan, China. We put that in the bowl just like so. This is our base core ingredient. This is the ingredient on which the whole Dystopian Nightmare Cake is built. Without this, we don't have it. So this is really important. You can get this imported directly from the Fresh Flu Labs. I think probably you can get it from their website. I don't know, check. I'll put those details in the comments below this video so you can make this cake at home for yourself. But I'm pretty sure that they will send it straight into your mailbox. All right, in it goes. Next ingredient is a big lovely bag of fear. So this fear is made in Melbourne, produced freshly every day by a local organic fear supplier just down the road in Spring Street, Melbourne, centre of Melbourne, CBD. So let's pour in the fear. Lovely fresh fear straight on top of our fresh flu. We need a lot of this fear, as much as you can possibly get. There's no specific measure, just keep on pouring. More and more is better. The more fear, the better. The better Dystopian Nightmare Cake you're going to have. Oh, so much, look at that. A whole bowl full of fear. Lovely. All right, what comes next? Let me check my recipe. On top of the fear, we add in 2 eggs laid by our chickens, divide and conquer. So, divide and conquer, freshly laid by our chickens right here in Melbourne. These go straight on top of our fear. Straight on top of our big load of fear. Divide and conquer. Oh, scrumptious. Let's just mix it all up a little bit. Oh, lovely. The fresh flu is not really it's not really mixing very well, but let's just trust the process, shall we? All right, what comes next? Next, we add in a cup of lovely fresh Coercion. Lovely fresh Coercion straight from the garden this morning. I picked it. Let's just rip that up wildly and drop it in. Oh, smells wonderful, this Coercion. potent and powerful. Going to spread to every corner of this cake. Yum, yum, yum. Let's see. Just drop it in there, mix it up. Lovely. What else do we have? We have new season control. Also picked freshly right here in Melbourne this morning. Lovely. Oh, that aroma of that fresh new season's control. There's nothing like it to lift the spirits of a Friday morning here in the lovely Melbourne, Australia. Yum, yum, yum. Let's just rip that up and drop that into our mix. Just rip it up like so. Rip, rip, rip. Drop it in. Oh, lovely. New season control. There's nothing like it, darlings. There's nothing like it. I'm sure you can find this control and also the Coercion probably growing very nearby you. Maybe in the park nearby, maybe in your nature strip, maybe in your own garden, maybe in the garden of your neighbors. It's everywhere, darlings. It's everywhere. It's abundance. It's in abundant supply. Oh, Coercion and control. There's nothing like these herbs. Looking good, darlings. Looking good. Woo! So exciting. All right, let's check our recipe. What comes next? So we mix these wonderful ingredients together and notice that this cake is already smelling delicious and delightful. It is, darlings, it is. But wait, there's more. So we need more agency in this cake to enforce that it's all sticking together, because as you see right now, it's a little bit crumbly, shall we say, a little bit crumbly. So we need some more coagulation agents. We need a lot. Here we are. Here we have them. We have a lot of them freshly picked and ready right here, made, homemade, here in Melbourne, Australia, our coagulation agents. Let's just chop them up and pop them in. Just chop them finely, however you like. Drop them straight here. These are really important. They work together with our eggs divide and conquer to make sure that nothing is really working. And make sure that the big mass of fear grows, grows and grows and grows. and the cake rises. Big Dystopian Nightmare Cake. That's what these little agents do. Lovely, lovely, lovely. So powerful they are. So exciting. I'm so excited, my darlings. So let's keep mixing. Our fresh fluid is still not really mixing in very well. Maybe we need to pop it, do you think? Let's see. Oh, there we go. Now it's gonna mix in with everything else. I know, they're beautiful. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Looking so good, darling. All right, as you can see, we're still not sticking together very well. We need some more stickiness, darlings. We need some more stickiness. We need some more grease in this cake to really make it a proper Dystopian Nightmare Cake. So we have a few options for grease here. Let's see. We have coconut oil from Bali. This is also imported, as well as our fresh flue. We have, you see that? We have fresh coconut oil straight from Bali. We have some bicycle oil. This is autochthonal to Melbourne, Australia. This comes from the shop just down the road. And we have some greasy butter. So what do you think? I think, check the recipe. We're going to use a little bit of each of these greasy agents. And on top of the grease, we have a special secret zing. Wait one moment. Let's just get this grease melting together. So light the stove here. Let me see, can you see this? Here we are. Light up our grease melting equipment. Now, so just a dollop of each of these grease agents is enough. So just a spoonful of coconut oil. They all melt at a different temperature, so this part is quite tricky, my darlings. You have to pay close attention to get this right. Otherwise your Dystopian Nightmare Cake is not going to come out right. So we've got our coconut oil melting. We're going to add in just a little bit of bicycle oil. Oop. We need to turn down the heat. Things are getting a little bit too hot here. Just falling over. Stay calm, stay calm. Just a little bit of bicycle oil here. Just to keep it all interesting, just to keep the flavors interesting. And then we're going to add on top also a little bit of our butter. So we put in 3 different types of grease to make sure that we cover all our bases. We want to make sure that this Dystopian Nightmare Cake sticks together, darlings. So we're going to put in all our best efforts. So let me go back to our recipe. So to make this cake lovely and moist, we are going to use state-sponsored media. We're going to add in some state-controlled media into our butter. We're going to melt in the state-controlled media into our grease. Oh, getting a bit too hot. Getting a bit too hot. All right, so state-controlled media. Let's see, what have we got? What have we got, darlings? So we have the Australian Brainwashing Corporation. Let's chop them up. Put this into the butter. Can you see? It's just... Oh, we're going to turn this heat right down. Things are getting a little bit too hot, darlings. So just chopping up this Australian Brainwashing Corporation. State-sponsored media. It gives a really special zing and a really special spice to our lovely cake. But we need all of the state-sponsored medias, not just one. So we have also the special brain molding service. We're going to add in the special brain molding service also. Let's pop them in. Oop. Our Australian Brainwashing Corporation is melting away. Lovely. What else do we have? We have the age, codependent always. Where would we be without the age? Let's pop them into. Oh, lovely. This is really smelling so wonderful. I wish that we could have a smellogram and you could just breathe in all the fumes of this state-sponsored media. They're just overpowering, darlings, overpowering. What else do we have? We have the 7 spews. We're going to add in the 7 spews. So the idea of this state-sponsored media is that it goes into every corner of our Dystopian Nightmare Cake, making sure there's only one story in the cake. Nobody is allowed to question the overriding flavor of the cake, which this dystopian cake features. So, oh, what else do we have? We have one more, last one, the crap-a-day paper. So, yes, as I said, we have to chop these up very, very small so that almost you don't know that they're there. When you're eating the cake, you don't know that they're there, but their pungent aroma of their one storyline has spread all throughout the cake. So there's only one flavor in this Dystopian Nightmare Cake. And it's not the truth, darlings. This state-sponsored media, the crap-a-day paper, it's so big that you know what I think we're going to do? I think we're going to line our cake tin with this. This will be a really great foundation and a base for our cake. Let's do that now. All right, so yeah, just taking a little pinch of the state-sponsored media grease and just dropping it in here over the crap-a-day paper. A lovely strong base and a strong foundation of mistruths for our Dystopian Nightmare Cake, darling. So exciting! I'm so excited to show you the end result. It's going to blow your minds, darling. It's going to blow your minds. It's looking good, smelling wonderful. Oh, I've made this cake so many times and somehow it always turns out a little bit different, but it's always just lovely and delightful. I recommend it for any occasion. You can invite one friend over, your special bubbly friend, or you could take it to the park and share it with the dogs in the park. The dogs love this cake. What else can you do? You can also pack it up and send it to your favorite self-styled dictator. Self-styled dictators love the Dystopian Nightmare Cake. Or you can drop around to your parents' place and and pop it in the mailbox as a special gift for them for their afternoon tea, because they're so bored. They're not really doing very much these days, so they really appreciate little touches like that. Little kindnesses to kind of break up the day a bit, darlings. Gets a little boring here in Melbourne, Victoria. Yum, yum, yum. Look at that. Look at that, my darlings. Oh, that's just the beginning. All right, so before we finish our cake, there is a key ingredient that I must not forget. That is our surgical masks. Yes, so we need to get a couple of these from the pharmacist or the supermarket, or just grab one from anybody's face walking nearby you. They'll thank you for it, believe me. Just grab it straight off their face, and then we're going to put these on top of the cake to keep the heat in and to make sure it doesn't get too hot. This cake needs to stay safe in the oven, my darlings. In order to cook properly, it needs to stay very, 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 very safe. Very safe. So let's just pop these on, shall we? Let's see. Let's see, here we go. Just 2 masks over the cake, as so, like so. Squash it down a little bit. Squash, squash, squash. Flat. And then we can let the fear rise from behind those masks. So let's pop that in. And then close it up. And I think you can improvise a little bit with the time, cooking time, but let's try a half an hour and see if all of our agents have come together to create a lovely dystopian nightmare in half an hour. All right, I'll be back. Well, hello my darlings, I'm back. Our half an hour has passed, and I am really, really, really happy to report that our Dystopian Nightmare Cake is smelling amazing. Yeah! I wish I had a smellogram and you could be here and really, really enjoy it with me. And it's looking just perfect. Look at that. Just gorgeous. Your mum and dad, or your friends, or your lovely, friendly self-styled dictator down the road is going to love, love, love this cake. What I realized in the break though, oops. So let's just put it down there to cool a little bit. And I realized in the break that I forgot a very important ingredient. We have some mandates. These mandates are also grown fresh right here in Melbourne, Victoria, and there's a fresh batch every week. And these mandates add a certain je ne sais quoi touch, let's say, to our Dystopian Nightmare Cake. Today, since we forgot to put them inside, we're going to just chop up the mandates and decorate the cake with the mandates. One more mandate. I think 3 or 4 are probably more than enough to give that certain sense of, that certain flavor of what the hell is going on here. These mandates just really drop that in so effectively. And because they change, they're different every week, you never know what they're going to taste like the next week's mandates. It's always a surprise. So excited that you can join me on this very, very first edition of Cooking with Love. Let's hope there's many, many, many more shows. All right, my darlings, and there you have it. Oh, all our mandates have fallen off the cake. Oh, dear me. Oh, well, more or less you get the idea. There you have it. Et voila! The most delightful, lovely, scrumptious, delicious, beautiful, tasty, wonderful, flavoursome, amazing Dystopian Nightmare Cake for you all to enjoy at home with your one friend or out in the park with the dogs. So darlings, it's been lovely spending this time with you. Thank you so much for joining me on this show, and I will see you next time from Coercion with love.